piano friends. This is Piano Q&A with Nancy Allred. I'm going to continue another segment of teaching five-finger patterns. So another question I'm asked a lot is, what if the student cannot play with the metronome? And in my past segment, the previous one, we talked about finding if they could play 16th notes, could they play 8th notes, could they play quarter notes. Every once in a while, through my teaching career, I have had a student who was unable to even match note per note with the metronome. So if I was trying to get them to do quarter notes, I'm going to be in D major today, and this is what I would like them to be able to do. Only it comes out like, it might come out like this. So we've got a problem there. First thing I do is I have them count. So if they can count one, so I'll give them 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, so on and so forth. I will make sure that they can count. Sometimes a student can count, they're right on, we turn on the metronome and it just goes out the window. So if the quarter note is not working with the metronome, then I go to the next note value, which would be the half, and we would count half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And going through, again, they would count the half notes through all the patterns. And I would do that, again, the question is, how do you know when they're ready? When it's easy. And you can tell as a teacher. When they can count through all the patterns through the circle of fifths in half notes, then we will go to the metronome and try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. Playing the five-finger pattern in half notes. What do you do if they can't do the half notes? And this has happened to me. Then I simply move to the whole note. I've tried dotted half notes, but usually going from the half, they can't do it. A lot of students, if they can't feel rhythm naturally, they'll be able to count the half notes, but once you turn the metronome on, they can't hear anymore. So it's my job as a teacher to connect what they can hear to what they're actually being able to play. So I will move to the whole note, and we will count the whole notes, one whole note for each note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. Now, this is time consuming. So at this point, they know all their five-finger patterns. I will just pick up to 4 patterns, have them count the whole notes. Once they can do that and it's easy, then again, we will try the metronome. And that almost always, I would say probably in all cases, maybe except for a couple in my entire teaching career, moving to the whole note for a student who is really struggling with rhythm and matching the steadiness of their playing to the metronome, that whole note is a huge solution, and I've had it work over and over. It is time consuming. You have to do it week after week after week. The student needs to be patient. I have to be patient, and I usually will bring the parents in and say, please help, and this is going to work. So we will do that, and then I love, again, as I said in my last segment, we start at 60 and then start moving it up. There is something about a student who has a hard time hearing and playing with the metronome. By making it whole notes, it gives them time to think and to hear. They can hear the beats in between, and for some reason that works. and but again, it takes a lot of patience. So once they can do the whole notes, and then we do the metronome, then I make benchmarks and we move it up and go up from there and get the metronome up to 120. Once they can do that, then we try the half notes and work that up starting at 60, and they're usually hearing that metronome and they're feeling the steady beat better at that point. We do benchmarks and work it up to 120, and then once they can do that, we go back to 60 and do the patterns for the quarter note, and then you're on your way. So that's my little solution, or it's kind of a lengthy, can be a lot of weeks to help students who don't feel that rhythm as much. Again, we count, and then we do lots of goals and benchmarks with the whole notes, then half notes, and then quarter notes, and then we go from there. Thank you.